Hi, I know this says painting houses, but I keep telling you that I'm doing that Star Wars D&D thing with family and Sid. Um and this is what I came up with for my ship. So, oh, well, I guess we'd have to go in the back. Okay. So this is the big old cargo room because we were as I put it, five-finger discounting. This is a crew quarters. I do have a dumb question. I think the answer's no, but I don't remember. I mean, if the answer's yes, so it'd be even better, but I think the answer's no. Yep. I've got a um add-on. That's what you call it, an add-on. To where you can okay. Anyway, and it has real bunk beds. This will have to do. Ooh, I just thought of a really bad way that, like, if we needed to go save the um okay, so like part of my lore in the game, I don't know if you're supposed to tell or not, but part of the lore in the game is that um I'm working as a pirate. And I think part of the reason why I came up with that is because I write pirate stories. But yeah, I'm working as a pirate, um so if we like needed to go on the ship and then something happened, we got into an epic battle and um like we got in an epic battle and okay, so this is a little different. You're probably asking, huh? Okay. I mean, this is the infirmary. So the place that you go when when you're sick, not feeling good, whatever, you go here. Yeah, that is a lot brighter, I think. Okay. And then here, since we don't have a chair, that's not good. Um, we don't have a chair, so I don't know what we're supposed to do. In fact, I wanted to put computers. But we don't have a chair. Oh, well, I got a dumb idea. It's not dumb, it's just I guess it's not dumb because like if newer players are going to use it, you know, then it definitely would not be dumb. But it's just it's old school there. This is where, Han and Chewie or Chewie and Han, whatever, would sit steer the ship. Um this is probably my room and then my first mate's room. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So that's 14 so far. 15, 16, 17, 18, then 19, 20. Yep, perfect. Anyway, then we have the dining room. Dining room isn't exactly the way I want it. Oh, we need one more thing. If it exists. I'm hoping it does. Yep, right there. It's space, so I don't know why I'm thinking it's space, so it needs a space, a space table. Now, if you don't want to be like, if you don't want to be like, I know dang well that ain't held up by anything, you could go and do something like this, do the table that way. I've actually done it. Oh, I didn't do that right, but anyway, I've actually done it this way before. Or if you do it just right, yeah, you can get it like that. Now, my husband said that I didn't put any landing gear, and that's true. But that's because I decided to put it like it was in space. You know? See, we're getting sucked out. And, it's all dark in here. I came up with this no, I think I came up with this yesterday. You know how there's like TIE fighters or something like that? Anyway, and they got that part on the side there, and then they got that little itsy bitsy part in the middle. That's what I was thinking of there. And for some reason, I came up with this out here. And see, there's Han and Chewie again. It's not actually going to be Haunted Chewy. It's probably going to be me and William. But anyway, and there's a better view of the side. It was going to be black, and then I was like, well, this room is like really super dark. It didn't look right. So, there's my ship. Kind of look, it kind of looks like that scene in the first movie with Jar Jar. I want to say number 2. Um, might be number 1 actually. No, yeah, it might be number 1. It might be Phantom Menace. Oh, I don't remember. Anyway, the first one with Jar Jar. Um, they're going through the water and everything's all dark, and that kind of looks like that to me. We are gonna hold on. Just gotta show you my castle real quick. Problem is, the wall outside the castle looks a lot more impressive than the castle. Well, we're gonna fly over the fence. What we were trying to do and what we're gonna succeed at doing are two different things. We've got a very impressive garage. It's not supposed to be a garage, but got a very impressive garage here. And, we're gonna build the castle one of these years. So it goes down to here, and then you follow this that isn't supposed to be there. And you got the back wall of the castle. And it is really cool, actually, because where's the corner? I think that would have been a closer corner. You go in this part and walk around. We're gonna go up the stairs because I don't want to be feeling claustrophobic. So, you can go and walk here. You can keep the castle safe by shooting with your bow and arrow and all that. And there's water all around. There's a moat. Anyway, I think it's pretty cool. Um, this is the original. And look, it actually has pumpkins. And then this is, thanks to my son, Pandaland, and no pumpkins. It's the same building, it's just bigger. Like, you go in that one, you feel claustrophobic, it's too short. There's like no space in there. And then you have this one that we decided to build out of bedrock instead. In case the bad guys come. Can't get into my house. Nope. This is level 1-1 of Super Mario Brothers on the original Nintendo from 1986 or something like that. Oh, wait a minute. Gotta show you one more thing because I am pretty dang happy with it. I'm actually super happy with it. I don't know why. Is that because I didn't feed him? Oh, that's pretty cool too. It's Wayne Enterprises. Only I tried to adapt it from the small little thing that TSMC made it and make it fit to what I would have built. Christmas tree and this literally says Merry Christmas, Happy Valentine's Day, Happy New Year 2026. We're gonna have to change that to saying 2027. But yeah. So, okay, there's more to this build than what I built because down the street somewhere is a hotel. And for some reason it was a very white building. Um anyway, this is Shatana's. We don't talk about Shatana's on Minecraft builds. Um so you're probably saying then why build it? Because it's part of my world. Anyway, this oh, yeah. Okay. So this is I can segue right into I write books and Hayden comes out here. There's not actually a porch like this. It's just that the way that I end up building uh buildings in Minecraft, you have to do silly things like that. Um okay, so Hayden is like super happy. He's going down the road and he gets to this corner. This light is working just fine, but that light over there is not. And he sees this limo. And he's like, oh, the limo's faced that way, but I can't do that in Minecraft. Anyway, so he's like, Normally he would cross the street, go down the street to his apartment. Oh, and none of these are 2 stories yet. But anyway, he'd go and go up the stairs to his apartment and, go to his room, which should be right about here. Um, there's another room right about here. And then there's a room and a room, and somewhere in there, there's the living room and the kitchen. But anyway, so normally he would do that. Well, in this case, like I said, he saw that limo. And so normally he would cross right here and go there. But he's looking at that limo and it looks a little suspicious, or as the teenagers say, sus. So he decides to go walking this way. And then he kind of turns, while he's still walking, but he kind of turns and he's like, there's people getting out of that limo. And then he goes a little further and, oh, they got guns. So he starts running, and halfway between, whenever he knows the guns and that corner right there, he gets pinned to the sidewalk. He's faced that way. And the limo turns around, pulls up right here. They throw him in, and he starts to yell for help, but unfortunately, he only gets hell out, and because the bad guys smashed him in the head with the gun. So, like they do on movies. So then, it speeds away. Speeds away. There we go. Speeds away, and um, they don't go there right away, but oh, okay. So we don't have a door. I mean, a gate that's going into this building yet. Okay. Well, anyway, they end up going in here. There's a big factory here that made something, and it's not important to the plot, so I didn't develop it. So not important to the plot. Of course, having this many apartments actually established and everything wasn't really important either, but there you go. This many apartments. That makes more sense. Okay. And like this one is Claudia's house. And uh oh, yeah. That's what it was. Okay, this used to be Michelle's Aunt Sheila's house. And the only reason why that's significant is because that ends up being Claudia's house later. And you'll notice it's not really a house, it's probably a condo by then. Yeah, we gotta go and fix this one. See, but this one wasn't working, so it's like a dark corner. Oh, yeah, see? See, it's got a light and everything. It looks good. Not. Anyway, so to make it make more sense, he comes over here and, he sees that limo. And then, like I said, he sees that there's people getting out. They got guns. And he gets, halfway there and he's pinned to the sidewalk. And he gets driven over there. They don't go straight ahead. They end up going to a shack first to avoid suspicion. Okay, so I just brought you over here so you could see this. It's got a reflection. Doesn't that look great? It looks awesome. And there's the Christmas tree, even though it's July. In fact, my birthday is tomorrow. Oh, you want to see something really cool? Oh, I can't show you something really cool. Never mind. I'll just turn it off. If you put fireworks in there, you can see them go off. It's easy. Okay, so I think we're gonna go to the other. Oh, that's a loom. Okay. I think we're gonna go to the other file now and actually go paint houses. The only reason why we didn't do that in the first place is because I wanted to show you my spaceship. So there was somebody building something, and they came up with all kinds of neat things. I love this, but you can't turn it off. Oh, yeah, so I redid it. I kind of like that. Um, like this is all the kind of stuff that you can build without having that add-on pack. Purple couch. But like when you sit on it, it doesn't really work. Anyway, so I did try to build some of that stuff if the person who built that is ever watching this video. Um, See, okay, this is what I was saying. Okay, and you had like 10 minutes to do it. I don't even think it was 10 minutes, but anyway. So this one, I get claustrophobic because I know I can't get out of it. Okay, so you start out and you go boom and get the coin, and you go boom and break that, and boom, you get the coin, and boom. I think one of these booms, boom, boom. I think one of those booms is a mushroom to grow larger because you're like, I don't want to say mouse size, but you're pretty small. And then, ah! Because you got to be very, very careful. That's a big spot there. Um, and then bing. Boom, whatever noise I was making. And you want to go up here because that is a big old gap down. Hold on. That's a big old gap down there. Um, for 1980s characters. Anyway, and then you go down and you can go boom and get an extra life. I know, you're saying, what the heck is an extra life? And you can get that, and no, I don't think you could do that. Anyway, boom, boom, if you want, and get all three of these, four of these, and this, and again, if you want, you can do that, and then jump, because there was bad guys down here. If you did it just right, you could get to the over part of this and get the bonus. Anyway, and then wow, and then boom again, going across and get that, and then that and that, and if you're really good, you get way up here and zoom, and it goes down and it says 5,000, and you go in here and you've gone through the castle, and then this is going to be the this is going to be the 1-2 where you're underground. So okay, oh, wait a minute, because it's important. Okay, this map is made by Everbloom Games, and they're on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and Discord. Ooh, they're on Discord? That'd be cool. And you can also reach them at www.everbloomgames.com. And if you want to report a bug, which I have never wanted to report a bug, yeah, it's slash bug too. Oh, I love it. Well, I wanted to save it. It's just. I mean, they definitely weren't wearing those outfits, but. Because she was wearing a dress, but it's still good. I love it. I want to save it. Yeah. Okay, I think I saved it. Um, anyway, we're gonna go on something. I don't know what. But we're gonna go on something. It's probably gonna be the Jungle Cruise because that's the only one that I know right away where it is. I'm trying to finish my breakfast. You know, I swear they used to dance. You know what? No! There we go. I picked him up. I don't know. I want to go like on Haunted Mansion, but I have no idea where it is. But we'll find it. See, Jungle Cruise is something I know where it is. I don't know why I know where it is. No, I play this one a lot. Um, nope. Okay, yeah. I did want to go down, I mean, through here. See,
Jungle Cruise will begin shortly.
the only thing I would do to change that is to make the where you walk a little bigger.
Please slide all the way forward. We get paid for the amount of people we take out, not the number we bring back. And we're off. Like my sense of comedic timing. Welcome to the world-famous Jungle Cruise, everyone. My name is Clayton, and I'll be your skipper for as far as we get. We begin our adventure deep in the rainforest where it rains 365 days a year. You know, that's almost every day. The Amazon carries 4 times as much water as any other river. A lot of it comes from waterfalls like this one. If you all enjoy your Jungle Cruise today, we recommend renting a canoe for your own adventure. They won't rent to me anymore. Not since the incident. Oh, look! It's a giant python! Do you know how I could tell that's a python and not a boa? No feathers! We're now entering banana country, so keep your eyes peeled, because we might need to split. Now we're on the Nile River of Africa, the longest river in the world, winding across more than 4,000 miles. But don't worry, I know a shortcut. Up here on the left. I can't believe it. It looks like an African bull elephant. You could tell by its large sloping forehead, enormous ears, and huge tusks. This animal is extremely rare. We are very lucky to be able to see one. I guarantee that you are not going to see another one of these. Never mind. Here it is, the Great African Veldt, home to a huge array of wildlife. It looks like those lions are settling down to their favorite treat, zebra on the rocks. And as usual, they're sharing their dinner with pride. Oh boy! Right over here you'll see, absolutely nothing! You will not see a skipper and his crew being chased by a rhino. If nobody sees it, nobody has to do the paperwork. Over here is Ginger. Careful. Ginger snaps. She's one tough cookie. Behold, Schweitzer Falls, named after the famous explorer and founder of the Jungle Navigation Company, Dr. Albert Falls. We'll go over that later. I mean, hey, I'm happy to announce that we are now offering half-off cruises to the Hippo Pool. Why, just last week, they sank 6 boats. But don't worry, folks, only 5 were mine. This one belonged to Skipper Felix. I wonder what happened to the front half of Felix's boat. Oh, just as I thought. Washed ashore only to be taken over by a family of chimpanzees. I hate it when I'm right. Looks like one of the chimps has taken the mic. Let's listen in. That's great! I'm going to have to remember that one. And now, the moment you've all been waiting for. The amazing, the colossal, the stupendous, the 8th wonder of the world, the backside of water. There's no telling what we'll find in here. So, you keep your eyes open. I'm going to keep mine closed. Do we still have everybody? If you're not here, raise your hand. Hey, look what we found. The secret bathing pool of the Indian elephant. It's okay to stare. They have their trunks on. I think the big one has been in the shower too long. Look at all those wrinkles. Elephants are really mischievous creatures. Sometimes they like to spray our boats as we go by. Uh-oh. He's coming back up. Don't do it. Don't do it! Phew! That was close. Now what's a Jungle Cruise without a Jungle Cruise souvenir? Here we have the official gift shop. You may be asking yourself, why does it say lost and found? Well, I'll tell you. Lost are treasures left behind by the adventurers before you. Found are amazing deals at rock-bottom prices. This has been the world-famous Jungle Cruise. I hope you enjoyed the trip today. If you did, my name is Clayton. If you didn't, my name is Felix.
Okay. Okay, we are looking for 10. Okay, so that's not what I meant. So my sister has. Where am I now? No, I need to go that way. I think. To see how the little green is pointed that way, so I think we need to go that way. But do we need to go that way on this side, or do we need to go that way on that side? I don't know. I think we need to go that way on that side. Yeah. Okay. So, my sister was hearing a conversation that her husband and his brother were having, and it doesn't make enough sense to her. So, um, I don't get it either. So, hoping it works out for the best. I am so confused right now. Okay, does it look better? Yeah, we're heading toward 10. Okay. Okay. Now I just gotta remember how to get in. Um, when I built this for my Disneyland build, I haven't built it in a while, but when I built this for my Disneyland build, um, I was always thinking, okay, they got those movable poles at the time, right? Um, and it had the velvet rope stuff. Um, oh, I didn't notice that before. So, anyway, I went and put brick walls instead of the little poles and the velvet rope, and I made it make more sense. And then I thought it was really interesting because Disneyland did the same exact thing. They did a little different, but same exact thing. They seemed to think that that was um, copyrighted. So just a minute. Okay.
Haunted Mansion will begin shortly. You have opted out of copyright sounds. You can change this at the park entrance.
So they've got to where you can hear all the copyright sounds, where you feel like you're really at Disney World, or they've got streaming friendly mode here. So when I was 7, there was a person in that suit of armor there. What? 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 keep doing that. Keep throwing away the poo on the floor. On accident. You know, maybe that's what I ought to do is, start asking what is the ride that you have to ride before you leave Disneyland. There's, hold on. It's a Small World, and Peter Pan's Flight, Haunted Mansion, King Arthur Carousel, or what's it called here? I can't remember. Prince Charming's Regal Carousel. I can't ride that. I can't ride that because it'll make me seasick. As I put it. Well, technically as Tigger put it. The way he said it was seasick from seeing too much. No? Oh, that's because it's over there, duh. I'm like, where's the castle? I need to get out of here. Of course, this one, I believe, is Cinderella's castle. Disneyland is Sleeping Beauty. Disney World is Cinderella.
Fireworks will begin shortly. All players not at an attraction will be teleported to Cinderella's castle. The fireworks show will begin very soon.
Ring the bell.
Make sure you have a good view of Cinderella's castle.
So, I do apologize. I didn't realize that my battery was low. It didn't bother to tell me. And then all of a sudden I looked up and the battery was, gone. So, we're going to do this again.
Fireworks will begin shortly. All players not at an attraction will be teleported to Cinderella's castle. The fireworks show will begin very soon. Make sure you have a good view of Cinderella's castle.
always do that. Poor Pooh. Gonna have to have a bath when he gets home. Um, so now we're gonna go to what we're actually supposed to be doing today. Which we probably should have been doing this whole time, but see, that says Disney Clothiers, Emporium, Main Street, USA. Uh, I want to say those are the Dapper Dans, but I have no idea what they call them in Disney World. Or at least I'm not entirely sure that I know what they're called in Disney World. I really wish people that would make maps would make it to where you can go on the train. You know, as a way to get over to that other area. You know, faster. But I didn't see any train stations. Again. Oh, okay, this is made by Everbloom Games. I'm not being paid to advertise that. I just love their map here. So they say it's best if you use headphones for the best experience. And actually, it is a really good experience. So we're gonna stand right here, right here. I write books. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, let's just do this right now. I already started. And then we can go painting houses, and I don't have to say it at the end if I don't want to. I write books, and they're available on Amazon in hardback, paperback, and ebook. They ship everywhere that Amazon ships to, and they're available for free shipping on orders of $25 or more. Unless they changed it again. But last time I bought something, it was $25 or more. So, for hardbacks, Pirate's Daughter, Misfortune, and Hard Times, which introduces the captain, her boyfriend, and the first mate, are all $26 each. And then Esperanza's Party is $24, The Island is $25, and Lessons of Love is $27. And, that... there'll be a book that introduces you to them earlier than this, but that introduces you to Sean and Ashley, and Jesse and Chantel, and, Esperanza's Party, Ashley and Chantel are tired of getting ignored by the guys that they want to be their boyfriend, which is Sean and Jesse. And so they come up with a plan. They're going to dress just so, and they're going to catch Sean and Jesse's eyes. And they do. Sean and Jesse happen to be dancing with twins, but Ashley and Chantel succeed at making their eyes wander over to them, and they end up dancing with them for the rest of the night. Well, there's a small problem with that, though. Elena, who is dancing with Sean, is like, I'm not ready to give him up. So she has her uncles kidnap him, and I'll let you read the book to find out what happens after that. And then the island, Sean and Ashley have kind of been dating behind her father's back, the rest of that summer. And Jesse and Chantel have been doing the same. But then all of a sudden, um, yeah, all of a sudden, they're going across the ocean, and, Luke was at the helm? Or, anyway, somebody's at the helm. It was either Luke or Travis. And, I think it was Luke, though. And, Sean and Jesse are putting on a knife juggling show. They got really bored and they're like, well, what can we do? One of them suggests a knife juggling show would definitely entertain the girls. So it's like, okay, fine. That's what we'll do. And Luke got way too interested in watching the knife juggling show and kind of accidentally veered left and found this sandbar. That's the part of the ocean where the sand has come up to where it's just under the waterline, or sometimes it's making a walkway. But in this case, it's like just under the waterline, so the ship gets stuck. Well, Sean and Jesse, they love exploring things. At least at that part in their lives. So they, get permission to go explore this island. And Jesse's been being kind of a child. There's these really big trees. And Jesse goes on the left and Sean goes on the right. And it ends up that Sean gets on the other side, and when he starts to panic because Jesse didn't come out on the left side, Jesse goes and jumps out and says, "Boo!" Not says boo, like yells boo. So anyway, then, he does that for at least 6 trees, and then all of a sudden, Sean comes out on the right side, and Jesse doesn't come out on the left side. And Sean's like, come on. You said you wanted to go home and ask Chantel a question. And still no Jesse. So he starts walking back the other way. And all of a sudden, the tree catches him. They've got traps that just got sprung. And he's hoisted up by his ankle, and all of his stuff, they've both got backpacks on, and all of his stuff, including his sword, dropped to the ground, and I'll let you read the book to find out after that. Well, then Lessons in Love, Sean and Ashley have decided to start dating, but in Lessons in Love they break up because Sean is afraid of her dad, Hayden. Is that really what it's like, where you look over there and there's water or ocean? Oh, that's kind of cool. I just noticed that. So all of a sudden this biker ninja shows up, and she's the same biker ninja that's been, I'll say, plaguing Sean for years. And all of a sudden, she's trying to teach Sean why not to break up with Ashley the hard way. So I'll let you read that book to find out what happens after that. And then the one I'm working on right now, he's still having problems with that biker ninja at first. But then something wonderful is going to happen. So I'll let you read that book when it comes out. It should be coming out next month. Because there is no way I am finishing 70 pages in 2 days. I mean, well, today, no. There's no way I'm finishing 70 pages today. Oh, you know what I forgot to read? Here you leave today and enter the world of yesterday, tomorrow, and fantasy. I love that. Okay, so we're gonna leave the park and go back to our day job. Sorry. Okay, so like I said, we're going back to our day job. We are. Here we go again. Gonna do it this way. Okay, so last time we were in this file, we were painting houses, but we didn't get much further than. I mean, we got pretty far. It's just that we didn't get to finish this house. And like I decided I'd show you my spaceship. Um hopefully one of these days I'll get to show you partly what well, the two parts of the ship that I was thinking of. I mean the two ships that I was thinking of. Um so my pirate ship, that I can show you. I would just have to remember what street I was on for this. But anyway, my pirate ship, but I had to adapt it because, it's not going to be a wooden pirate ship. And my husband didn't even let me finish saying the thought matter on that one when I was trying to tell him about it yesterday. And then he just stopped talking to me entirely, kept huffing that I wanted to talk to him. Oh my goodness, I didn't know that that was a crime. A husband and wife talking? Oh, wow. Yeah. But yeah, I didn't know that that was a bad thing. But yeah, why don't we do that? Well, I know I'm the second one, um the one street over from the main street, so that should help. I still need to put these in on some of the other streets. It's kind of bugging me. Really is. It's kind of bugging me because I've got to put in all of those and trying to figure out how and where. Yeah, so my sister-in-law was trying to explain to me what it looks like out there in the in Alaska in the part that she was talking about. And I was kind of envisioning something like this, but not Africa style. And then I was, how they're, pretend that's a bush instead of grass. I was envisioning that too. Why didn't we finish filling that in? I don't know. Interested about this, this big old village here. I didn't want to destroy it, so I did it that way. If I had my way, I'd be making their houses out of bedrock, and they would definitely be. Um, no. Or did I even build it yet? I think I did. Yeah, I did. Okay. See, something like this. Um, but but I only built the second floor, and I had to redesign that a little bit too. What the freaking uh-uh. Ooh. The person I think did this better not have. Okay, normally, no, it would not be two different woods. That definitely looks like we redesigned it a little bit. But right now I don't have that wood. Oh, okay. I thought that was my wolves that I'm using as dogs. Anyway, so I only built the second floor on that one. Um, huh? I am so confused. Oh, because that's the Okay. You can't tell, but this is the kitchen, I think. And this is the dining room. But it doesn't have all of the stuff it needs. So I built that, but a lot smaller. And then here is the cargo room, Morgan, the captain and her husband's room, uh, crew, um, William, Jake, somebody in the brig. It was supposed to be a much bigger brig. The infirmary, crew quarters, crew quarters, crew quarters, crew quarters. And then down here, I know you can't see it right now, but this is the engine room. Oh, and the cage under the stairs, because it was supposed to go over to the wall and it doesn't work in Minecraft. Anyway, so I have that. And that's pretty much what got built um in the starship. spaceship, whatever you want to call it. Oh, and back here is the captain's quarters, which ended up being a hay of a lot bigger than I meant it to be. And in here, there is part of the house. So you can see the garage, the inside of the garage. It doesn't work. But we do have some of the rooms built. Um, so we're going to go back to that house and start painting houses and see how many we can get done. Um, so the last time I built this house, I was trying to build it all fancy. Like I made all of the walls out of stone on the outside, and then I was gonna build white walls on the inside, right? My husband said it looks like a jail or a prison. And I'm like, that's not what I wanted to hear. Um, but when I was like, you know, envisioning what it looked like, it's always been white on the outside, but it was like white siding. But that doesn't look good because you can totally tell that there's squares there, so I just made it out of concrete and it's all good. What the heck? I'm like on the thing and... Oh, okay, you guys got scared. I didn't hurt any of you. Good. I must have been making up stuff as I went along right here. Because that's a pink house, and then that's bamboo, and then that's those three. And that's pale, and wow, what the heck? It's not labeled anything. Might be Michael's house, though. Technically, Michael and his brother live in that house. And the reason why I'm saying technically is because their parents were supposed to come back from the trip, but they never did. So, literally they were supposed to come back from the trip, but they never did. So since they didn't come back from the trip, it's Michael and his brother Kevin's house. But Kevin wasn't ready to be a parent, even just a brother that is, almost old enough to... Because he's like... Yeah, I want to say he was like 17 at the time. But anyway, they were allowed to stay in the house. And... And, and Kevin's not doing a very good job. He's like doing all the things that a teenager would do if he knew that his parents weren't coming back for a very long time or at all. Like entertaining his girlfriend and not necessarily buying groceries when he's supposed to. Just being totally irresponsible. He just wasn't ready to be a parent yet. So, um, Michael has been friends with Daisy forever since they met, and Daisy comes up with another solution. That book is nowhere near being, uh, nowhere near to being coming out this year, but to coming out, you know, anytime soon. Um, but I'll let you read what happens next when that one comes out. Do you got both boys? Okay. When he's home, I always make sure that he's got Sam and Ben out of that bedroom. Okay. Where are they? Okay. Hey, she's been getting petted all morning. And she wasn't the one fighting with her brother either. So, oh, so that's for the hardbacks. The paperbacks are Coral is $6. That's the children's book. And um all of the others are $20 each for paperback. And then for ebook, Pirate's Daughter is $3.05. Misfortune is $5. Hard Times is $5. Esperanza's Party is $3.05. The Island is $5. Lessons in Love is $5. And Coral is a lovely bargain at $2.99. If you're watching me on Twitch right now, please follow and chat. If you're watching me on YouTube right now, please like, share, comment, subscribe, notification bell. Please get those valid public watch hours up. We need 4,000 of those. Please subscribe. I know I said that already, but please. Because we need 1,000 subscribers. And please buy my books. I would love to start making money with my books. Especially if that would help us get a place to live sooner. I don't know if they would count that as income, reliable income, but I'm sure it would help. So, what else can we talk about? Oh, okay. So we finally got to the point where they're having breakfast the next morning on Test and Love. They're having breakfast, and Lorna gets a little, gets a little interested in the boys because she's asking them what their favorite color is. Normally she wouldn't be so nice, but she was asking what their favorite color is, and in like a duh kind of way, Jesse explains that his favorite color is blue. And then Sean is going to explain that his favorite color is black, which is why Chantel said that they couldn't make the pancakes black without burning them. So that's what's going on in the story right now. So the thing is that you know Morgan is talking to Sean and Jesse, and she explains that the best that Lorna can do for the boys for a place to sleep, because everybody else somehow has a bed. I say somehow because We're assuming Bella is there, but she wasn't mentioned at all because she wasn't invented until a different chapter. Um, yeah, she wasn't invented till, I mean, she wasn't invented till a different book. So we're assuming Bella is there with, um, with at least Allison, Michaela, and Nicolette. And then, we're assuming that Lance's old bedroom probably has Jack, Alexander, Adam. Jack, Alexander, Adam. There's another. There's another son, and I can't remember the name right now. Because they've got 4 sons and 9 daughters. Yeah, they've got like 4 sons and 9 daughters. So Jack, Alexander, Adam, and the one that I can never remember, Logan. Yeah, and Logan. So Lance's old bedroom probably has those 4, and then Hayden's old room probably has Hayden and Morgan, and then I guess the other room would have the younger daughters in it. I don't know, but anyway. Oh, the first bedroom with girls in it that I mentioned probably has the majority of the daughters because um, Ashley and Chantel were in the other room, and it's only got 2 twin beds. So anyway, they got the 13, the 4, the 13 um, kids of Morgan and Hayden, and then the 4 adults, and then Sean and Jesse, and Lorna doesn't like Sean and Jesse because they're the sons of William, and William they're still thinking of William like he's the poor pirate that they first met way back when. Probably makes sense, but he's not poor. And he gets sassy. So anyway, the guy version of sassy. So anyway, Lorna doesn't like Sean and Jesse, and they somebody had come up with the idea of put the girls in one bed and Sean and Jesse in the other bed, but Hayden quickly vetoed that because he figured that sometime in the middle of the night the boys would go, "Ooh, girls," and give them that extra special kiss. Well, they didn't do that because Hayden quickly vetoed it. So they ended up having to sleep in the family room on the floor. They were allowed to move the coffee table though. So since they were able to move the coffee table, it was a little more comfortable, but not really. And I made it sound like there's 1 couch in that room. There's supposed to be 2. Um, it's one of those rooms that you like hang out in when you have family. Did I hear somebody hissing? Did I hear somebody hissing? How do you know? You couldn't even hear me. Anyway, I'm gonna try to be off here at 11 today. Again, because I want to work my story. And we might end up, packing some things. And I've got to have, um, I've got to convince him to get me another storage container because, another small one, because I need to fit all of my little um, Lego builds in there. I built a lot of them during a blackout. Um, I don't know why, but our well, it's a condo, so they say. It's basically a townhouse apartment. But anyway, um, hold on. Okay, so you know how older people have those things that help them get stuff off the ground? When they drop the bottle cap to their water bottle, or uh, or that pen, PEN, that they were just using or something like that. Well, I've got I call him Mr. Grabber thing. I've got one of those. And he comes in very handy when Ben is trying to make friends and Bobby's like, oh, hey, no. I think I've mentioned that a few times. But yeah, he comes in very handy. So I just had to pause and uh, take care of that because Ben is fearless. He's been trying to make friends with her for the longest time. And even though she keeps saying, oh, hey, no, he's like, you will be my friend. You're like a Jedi. He's like, you will be my friend. It's like, that's not how it works, babe, but keep trying. They're kitty cats. He's hard-headed, apparently. I didn't think he was. But, I think sometimes it gets it into his head because eventually she was. I think sometimes it gets into his head that Bobby is like Coral in a different, um, in a different look. And I don't really know what goes on in his head, but he goes up to Bobby and he's like, staring her down, having a staring contest. And it's like, that is really not the way. eh. Anyway. So, I think we got that, Star Wars DM thing figured out. Well, our characters. I think we got them figured out. And it turns out that my character can have some more cool things happen with her because there's a cat people in Star Wars. I don't know where, but there's a cat people in Star Wars. And I decided that I was going to be kind of silly. I was playing Clue the day that I found that I was trying to figure it out, and trying to figure out my character and everything. And I'm like, okay, we're cat people from the planet Hyacinth, which is actually a flower, and we'll be the Hyacinths. Just do Hyacinth and add an S. I don't know why I came up with that, but I came up with an interesting thing that Ben, give it up. When she's growling at you, she's saying back off. Leave me alone. Make good choices. Him. Thank you. He's not allowed on my TV stand, and uh he had stopped to pause on it. I do mean pause. He just, he was gonna get down. He just hadn't done it yet. So I cleared my throat, and he's like, "Oh yeah, I was trying to get down because Mama said so." So, yeah, I've kind of got trained cats. Sometimes they need a little reminding, but actually, Ben was being very good day before yesterday. I think it was. If not, it was the day before that. But anyway, recently he knew that Mama hurt, so he was walking me down the stairs. He'd, he'd go down a few stairs himself, and then he'd turn around, make sure I made it, and then, down to that stair, and then he'd go down 3 more, and it was good. Turn that down. I don't want that on my stream. So because he listens to so many of those stupid HOA Karen videos, I've been thinking about something. If we were able to buy a house today, and we both signed it, and we both signed a thing saying if the other person passes away, if person A passes away, person B can still have the house. I wouldn't be able to prove that is my house because I don't sign it the same way. So, it's the same general idea, but it's never the same way twice. Signing my name. So I just wouldn't be able to prove it. Unless it was something like my husband's signature but with my name. And, if like HOA Karen signed it with a signature more like my husband's, I'd totally be able to do that. It's like, no, I signed my name this way. So, I would totally be able to say, yeah, I saw my name this way. But, I don't think I'd be able to prove it. Like, it would look like an amateur trying to forge my name when I sign it. Uh, it's kind of annoying. But, like, I just never sign it the same way twice. Which is kind of good, but it's also kind of bad. Okay, after this roof is put in place, I have to go upstairs. I probably shouldn't wait that long, but I think I'll be okay. So this morning I woke up with what is called a Charlie horse. And it's like imagine your leg has a rubber band in it and you stretched it so tight that it's just about to snap. That's what a Charlie horse feels like, except for that's in your leg and it's really, really uh it's really not comfortable. Um I would say that it's pain, but for me it's really just not comfortable. And well, I guess it is pain, but it's not like my back. That really hurts, and like if I walk on my feet too much, um seems to my feet seem to get tingly and sore. So I really don't know what to do about that. But everybody's like, maybe if you walk more. Well, yeah, but my shoes are part of what's causing this problem, even if I don't tie them tightly. So, I don't know. Okay, we're almost done here. Okay, let's look real quick. We got the around the corner to that one spot done. We got the front done. Okay. Now, I'm going upstairs. I will be back. Okay. That's a lot better. What's the matter? Well, fine. Don't come tell me. Cat's whining. Sam's whining again. What did it misspell? Oh. So, my husband's listening to a HOA Karen video, and I think her name actually is Karen this time. Concept, if you're going to call it a HOA Karen video, her name ought to be Karen. But anyway, so, so instead of saying thread, like a spool of thread, it said threed. And he says that's only one of the audio typos that it's had today. So, yeah. Oh, because it's called pancake breakfast. Duh. Okay. I was trying to remember what I named it because there's another chapter in that book that is called Breakfast. That's all it's called. But there's the one that I'm working on right now. It's called Pancake Breakfast. And the reason why it's Pancake Breakfast is because one of the main things that they eat is pancakes. So, concept, duh, but yeah, one of the main things that they eat in that chapter is pancakes, and they made them green. And I was so coming from a green eggs and ham place there. I am sure, but in this case it was green pancakes. And because when I was little, my mom had imagination. She wanted me to eat. And she had imagination, so she'd go and make like blue birthday cake, best she could with a chocolate cake. But I remember the icing being blue. But anyway, oh, that's something that I definitely want to do today or tomorrow. I bought strawberry cake, and we're gonna put chocolate icing on it, and it tastes so good. I couldn't remember what uh, I couldn't remember which cake I grabbed that year, though, because not all strawberry cakes are created equal. Not all cakes are created equal. But, tomorrow's my birthday, so we're either going to have the cake today or tomorrow. Probably better tomorrow. But the problem is that I've always been told it's bad luck to make your own birthday cake, and he doesn't know how to bake. So, so I ended up having to make my own cake anyway. Maybe that's why we haven't lived anywhere more than 4 years. Anyway. Yeah, to go upstairs, you have to go up the stairs, and then you have to come back down them again, and sometimes it makes me out of breath. So I was thinking, since we did it that way, a little of this and a little of that. Of course, we started out with showing you my Star Wars spaceship, and then um, we went to Disney World and here, and I thought we'll end it with going to the going to the 4th of July build for next year, and going to the 4th of July build for next year, and building some of that too. That was the problem though yesterday, because I'm like, okay, I'm that close to the world height limit. Oh, and we found out something yesterday. You have to build the dispenser question mark. I think it's the dispenser. You have to build that one under height limit. But but you can do it. So like what I'm saying is that like say this is one under the height limit, we'll use this as a dispenser. Well, no. When say that's the dispenser, and then that's the flat part where the red, white, and blue is. So it'd be like that, but you still, you look up in the sky and it goes boom, like like it's supposed to. So, um, it doesn't like hit the world height and build limit and and just tell you can't see the. I mean, like it doesn't like hit the height limit and that's it. I am so trying to make sense. It's just doesn't sound right at the moment. Huh? So, thing is, I don't know what their rule on family vacation time is, but I was just finally, I have to say finally, able to watch the family vacation for Fresh Baked, and they only went on like 6 rides or 8 rides, something like that. It wasn't very many. And I know times change and all that, but I was able to go. Me and Mama were able to go on ton of rides during the day, and we were standing in line. There was that was back when Fast Pass was a thing, so you could get the Fast Pass instead of the Lightning Lane. It's the same thing. You're still getting to Pretty Pretty Princess and cut in line. I mean, I could understand it being available to those people in wheelchairs or the people with like Down syndrome or some kind of handicap. So they need to go in line a little faster, but not everybody. Not those people that like go screaming down our street and skip the stop sign on purpose. Those are the kind of people who get lightning lane, and I'm not saying they all are, but those are the kind of people that get lightning lane, and then they have a great feeling of accomplishment because they got there before everybody else. I'm not done yet, and I know it. Anyway, I don't need a chicken egg. Okay. 1, 2, 3. And I just have to do these 2 walls here. Yeah. Okay. I think I'm just a little frustrated. Hey, but I was kind of feeling like I was gonna have a certain medical problem, and I'd never had one before. Um, or maybe I had one when I was pregnant, but with our son. I think I had one then, or at least I said I did. It wasn't bugging me. The second time I had one, it gave pain. Very big pain. So, anyway, I've been trying to make sure I drink at least a bottle of water today. I mean, a bottle of water a day, and I've been having cranberry juice. Now, the whole reason why, well, it's cranberry and raspberry mixed, but still, it'll do the job. Um, cranberry juice is supposed to help prevent that problem. Yeah, okay, we're good. We just need to do that one wall. Anyway, it's supposed to help um, prevent that problem. I mean, it's not going to stop it completely, but it'll help prevent it because it's pretty much, um, cranberry juice is pretty much the same thing that they give you, but in pill form to make that go away, you know. So, anyway, I've been able to do that the last few days, and only problem is that the doctor on Wednesday gave me some medicine to take to help with something else, and it does seem to be helping now finally. Um, but it does seem to be helping. But it was like such a little thing, it wasn't bugging me. I mean, it was like bugging me in the back of my mind. Like, why is this happening? It's the middle of summer, it shouldn't be happening, kind of thing. But it wasn't really bugging me. Okay, so that is acacia. That's dark wood. Oh, yay, we get another pink house. Yay, one of the houses is already done. Too many houses to count until we're done. Dang, took that long? Okay. So, in theory, one, two, what's this one? Oh, it's gonna be spruce. Okay. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine, 10. Well, actually, 11, 12, 13, because that one's done. 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46. Oi. We'll get some more done tomorrow. And okay, so we got pretty far yesterday. Well, I got pretty far yesterday because we got pretty far, and then because I was streaming, um, we got pretty far, and then I got even further than that. Hold on, I'm suddenly wondering something, even though I know the answer. Okay. Father-in-law has to go to Dallas's at 3 o'clock on Monday, which is my birthday. It's very annoying. Um, and I can't go. Um, like if my husband wanted to pull we've got the money, but we can't get up there until tomorrow thing, I can't do that. Or we'd both have to drive, and then I'd have to drive home. 'Cause all I wanted for my birthday until I found out about the birthday party, all I wanted was to go to Red Robin for lunch. And I don't think we're going to be able to do that. Anyway, it would have to be today. this is literally like taking forever because I'm trying to go all the way up to the height limit. I was like, I don't know what I want to do on this one. And then I'm like, you know what? Why don't we go from the spot that we started and try, and go all the way to the height limit. And then I don't know what I'm going to do on the other side. Um, I don't know what I'm going to do on the other side. But, like I'm having thoughts. I don't think it's going to work, but I'm having thoughts of getting all the way to the end over there and, um, having one of those things where you have the piston, um, going, it's going in and out and, um, and making sure that your cart goes where it wants it to. I kind of want one of those, but I don't know if that would work. Red, white, blue. Yeah, okay. I don't know. It suddenly didn't look quite right, and I don't know what I don't know where I was exactly looking, but yeah, so I was going like all the way up to the height limit yesterday, and then I'm like, well, I gotta fill it in because literally it goes here. You can't see it right now, but it is there. It's here, there, and there, and there. And up, 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 and up again, but this is where we stopped. Now, the height limit is all the way up there. I'm sorry, that probably hurts because that is the sun. But, yeah, the height limit is within seeing distance. You can actually see where that pole, pillar, whatever you want to say, actually is going all the way up to. And we're going to try to avoid the building height limit is 320 bricks. Something like that. I don't think I said it quite right. So I'm a little worried right here. I'm a little worried right here because that is the cloud limit and the cloud level, and I don't know if we're going to be able to see the fireworks on the cloud level. There we go. Anyway, I don't know if we're going to be able to see it, but we're going to sure try. So when it does get to be 11, we are gonna see these guys keep spawning. It's like they're following me. Anyway, when it does get to be 11, if we've only got like one half done and we don't want the other half done, we're gonna do the other half and then we'll end it. We've already said the outro. So the most important things that need to be remembered out of that outro is please buy my books. And I think I'm the only YouTuber crazy enough to actually tell you what my prices are. And I do that so you can save up and buy one, you know. But the most important things, besides the book prices, are um, 4,000 valid public watch hours and 1,000 subscribers. And then I think I'll be able to get monetized and it'll be great, you know? Oh no. Hold on. Okay, mother-in-law typed something. I'm hoping something doesn't end in father-in-law fell down and now has a broken hip himself or something, you know, something disastrous. She's probably just asking for us to take her to Walmart to get milk again. But I don't know. Okay, I will be back. I'm gonna unplug too. Be right back. Are you calling? Okay. Father-in-law and the Blu-ray player are arguing. That's the problem. But I had to show my husband the message that she sent because it made no freaking sense. Oh my goodness. Hey, we're getting there. See, the thing is that all I wanted to do was have birthday observed today, and I don't think we have the money to do it. I so hope you guys can't hear what my father-in-law is saying. And I'm saying that because I can. I so want to say something. Okay. I will see you in the next stream or video.